Hello everybody. So this week they added remote control autopilots, and I would love to be excited about this feature, except it's really terrible. The first thing wrong with it is the implementation. You have to manually create GPS locations, and then manually add them as waypoints, and then manually change the flight mode. And if you ever want to change any of the GPS coordinates, you're going to have to go into every remote control vehicle you've created and manually change them each individually. Which means you cannot create mobile bases that use any kind of waypoints, and you cannot create waypoints that are targets due to a point of interest. The only thing you can do is have things that fly around a stable base that will never ever move, and that is terrible. You also can't add waypoints via script. It doesn't appear to be possible. The only thing you can do via script is turn the autopilot on-off. I kind of expected that, but it would have been nice to actually have some capability at some point. And you might be thinking, you sound more down on them than usual this week. You sound very, very depressed about how poorly they've done. Is this really that much worse than the other features they've implemented? Well, not really. They're bad at planning. They're bad at creating features that actually work the first week they release them, but this is not an unexpected problem. But you might be wondering, why the hell are you showing us this caught exception stuff? Why the hell did you program this? Well, I'll show you their documentation. These guys are just the worst at documentation. They are the worst at documentation. I have to hack C# reflection crap to get their documentation working. No, this is just awful. Well, it doesn't really affect my plans. I still plan to release Sleipnir, who is the VTOL guy. I'm reprogramming him for the 4th time, and hopefully this time it'll work pretty good. I plan to stick to orthogonal VTOL stuff, and that'll be pretty straightforward. So, I'm real down onto this week's update, but maybe next week they'll refine it a little bit, and we won't have the pain. If you are just planning to build a base, then these waypoints might actually be quite useful. If you're building like a scenario and the base never moves or anything like that, these might be quite useful. I'm down on them because they don't do any of the things I want them to do, but I'm sure that someone can find some good use for them.